overwrite, which will erase and record over what is currently on the track. Overdub records on top of what is there without erasing. Check the PDF manual for information on other ways of recording, such as step recording, pattern recording, and RPPR, for example. Set it back to overwrite and press Exit. Touching the arrow in the lower right corner and dragging to the left displays the transport bar so you can start, stop, record, etc. right from the screen. Select track 4. One of the hardest things to sequence and make sound realistic is guitar strumming. The polyphonic ARPs are a great tool to help with this. This template already has a strumming ARP assigned to this track. Turn on the ARP and hold a chord. The realism comes from the way the notes are triggered, one slightly before the next as they are played up and down, the same way they are when you strum a real guitar. Let's record this, but set quantize to high, so we retain the special timing of the notes. This time, use the on-screen transport bar. For now, drag the transport bar off the screen. The Krome has an incredibly intuitive system of editing. To understand the editing more clearly, let's edit the bass track we recorded. Select the bass track, track 2, press Page and go to Track Edit, Track View page. From here, editing can be done by touching the information directly on the screen to make changes. Track View shows 4 tracks at a time, in this case tracks 1 through 4. Touch these bars above and below to display the other tracks. Or touch here on the left to jump to specific groups of 4 tracks. Track 2 is our bass track. Touch Setup. Here we can choose to have the track names displayed, plus velocity and controller information as well. Touch OK. Now the names are displayed and there is a visual indication of not only notes, but also velocity. Currently, we are looking at measures 1 through 5. You can move to other measures by touching the bars on the right and left. Along the right is the toolbox, a variety of tools used for editing. By the way, it's possible to simply use your fingertip to do the editing, but if you find your hands are too large for this, then use a stylus. Whatever works for you. Okay, let's do some editing. First, let's move measures 1 and 2 to measure 3. These 2 tools specify the range. Touch this tool and touch the start measure. Then touch this tool and touch the end measure. Or you can select this tool and touch and drag to select the range. This tool moves the events. Touch the measure range and drag it to measure 3. Since there is already data on measure 3 and 4, the prompt asks what you want to do. Overwrite will replace the data of measures 3 and 4 with the source data, measures 1 and 2. Merge will combine the source data with the existing data. Keep it on overwrite and touch OK. If you made a mistake and want to go back to the way it was before, press Compare. You can toggle back and forth between the 2 versions. For now, leave it the old way before the edit was done, and we'll try some other edits. This tool is used to copy and paste the data. Select the measure range. Let's copy it to measure 3. Touch the tool and touch the destination measure, and the data will be copied there. We've been moving and copying within one track, but of course you can do the same from one track to another. This tool is used for erasing the measures. Select track 2 again. So far, we've been editing measures, but you can edit each MIDI event individually. One way is to open the command menu and select Event Edit. Touch OK and a list of all the events of the track are displayed for you to edit. Touch Done. Another way is to use Piano Roll Edit. This can be selected from the command menu or right from the track edit page by touching the magnifying glass icon. From left to right, we're looking at the measures. Touch the scroll left button here a few times to return to measure 1. From top to bottom, we're looking at the notes of a keyboard. The note range is selected by scrolling here. Scroll until we see the notes of the bass track. Touch here. These view buttons adjust the zoom of the view. Let's zoom in a bit to make the notes longer and thicker. That way they are easier to select. As before, there are several tools on the right to use for editing. This tool selects a note. Touch the tool and then touch any note. Notice that the information of the note is displayed: the location, the note, the velocity, and the duration. This tool is also used for moving notes. You'll know that the note is selected when this box appears on the upper left displaying the note information. This tool is used for adjusting the length of notes. Touch and hold a note until the information box appears. Drag left or right to adjust the length. This tool enters notes. This tool erases notes. This switches between the data being shown as note data with durations or drum note data. Select the drum icon when editing drum or percussion tracks. Use this tool to move the area displayed. Along the bottom, controller information is shown. By default, it shows the velocity of each note. Change it from velocity to controller 7. Controller 7 is used to control volume. The tools on the right can be used as before to adjust the values graphically. Use this tool to create controller data. Touch play to hear our edits. Touch Done and press Exit to return to the top page. Lastly, let's look at Cue List. Press Page, Cue List. Cue List allows you to deal with songs as sections of songs, stringing them together to make one final song. For example, Song 00 could be the verse, and Song 01 could be the chorus. Then you assemble them together using this page. Song 00, the verse, 2 times. Touch End, then Insert to add another step before it. Song 01, the chorus, 1 time. Insert, Song 00 one time, insert, Song 01 3 times. For most situations, it's best to check off this box for the first step only so the transition from song to song is smooth. If you do this, be sure to keep the effects of all the song sections the same as the song of the first step. When you're happy with the arrangement, open the Command menu and touch Convert to Song. Select the song location, then touch OK to create the location, then OK again to make the cue list a single song. When creating the song sections, be sure to make the length of the songs only as long as the actual verse, chorus, etc. For example, if the verse needs to be 8 measures long, go to Track Edit and delete the measures of all the tracks from measure 9 onward. Press Exit. Global Mode and Media Mode. Go to Global Mode. In Global Mode, you can adjust settings that affect the entire instrument. For example, earlier we used Global to modify the polarity of the damper pedal. Let's look at a few of the functions available in Global. Press Exit a couple of times to make sure we're on the top page. As you've probably noticed, it's possible to save whether the drum track or ARPs are on or off for each program and combi. You can completely disable the drum track and ARPs here. Select the System Preferences page. The parameters of Auto Power Off can be done here. Once you have adjusted a global parameter, you need to save it by using the right global setting from the Command menu. However, some are automatically saved, such as the Auto Power Off settings. Details are in the PDF manuals. I mentioned earlier that you can reload the factory data, which is done here. You can choose what you want to load from this menu. By the way, this is where you can load the factory demos. Take a listen to them sometime to hear the amazing possibilities of your Krome. We won't load anything in right now, so just press Exit twice. Now let's look at Media Mode. Media is where you can save and load data such as programs, combis, and songs to an optional SD card. The data is organized into different files. The two main ones are .pcg and .sng. PCG will have the program, combination, and global data. SNG stands for Song, a file that stores all of the songs from sequencer mode. Insert your SD card. If this is the first time you are using the SD card with the Krome, it is a good idea to format the card first. Keep in mind, this will erase any data that is currently on the card. Go to the Utility page, open the Command menu, and touch Format. Name the card, leave it on Quick Format and touch OK, then OK to confirm. Touch OK. Go to the Save page and open the Command menu. As you can see, you can save just the PCG, just the sequences, etc. For this example, select Save All. Name it anything you like. And touch OK. Here you can select specifically what you want to save. We'll save everything, so touch OK. You'll see that it has created the two files we spoke of, .pcg and .sng. To load a file, go to the Load page. Touch the file you want, for example, the PCG file, and touch Load. It recognizes there is an SNG file with the same name and asks if you want to load it. We'll load both files this time, so check that box. This gives you the option of adding the songs in the SNG file to songs already in memory, or replacing the songs in memory with the songs from the SNG file. Keep it on Clear and touch OK. Done. Well, that's it. I hope this helps to kickstart your Chrome experience. As I mentioned at the start, you can get additional detailed information from the PDF manuals on the accessory disk. You'll also find more resources for your Chrome at KORG.com, for example, free software. In addition to being a highly developed music workstation, the Chrome is also able to closely integrate with your computer. By connecting the Chrome to your computer via USB and using the free standalone Mac and PC compatible Chrome editor software, you can edit sounds and settings from your computer. A free plugin editor is also available, allowing complete control and editing of the Chrome from within your DAW, as if it was a plugin. The editor runs as VST, AU, or RTAS for maximum compatibility. You'll find details on this at KORG.com. Congratulations on purchasing an instrument that is perfect for performance, and that not only inspires you, but gives you the tools to capture that inspiration, creating fresh new compositional possibilities. KORG Krome. You made the right choice.